morning, everyone. It's Wednesday. Currently 5:06 in the morning. It's currently 7:45. We're in the Chaser, so the Merc is still at Mercedes, the van. I heard back from James late yesterday with the girls on the front desk. Fortunately, they didn't remind me of my faceplant episode with the Segway, which is good. Basically, the van is fine, other than they plugged it in and did some check-in. It needs some kind of transducer. It needs an airbox. I'm guessing it's either cracked or broken, and it needs a turbo. That's the issue. So the reason why it suddenly lost all power and kind of freaked out is because of the turbo and this transducer. So we're in the JZ. Obviously I've got to speak to the guy who sold me the van today, give him the good news. From what I can see, it's not too bad. So airbox, you know, anywhere from like 80-90 quid upwards. There's second-hand options, and obviously there's brand new options. The turbo around about 300 and something quid, maybe a little bit more, and the transducer about 90 quid. So in all, obviously diagnosis and everything else, it's gonna cost him a little bit, but it's not that outrageous. But obviously, being a dealer, a new vehicle for me, within 2 weeks and it's something like that, he's got to fix it. So it's not fit for purpose at the minute. That's the problem legally. So yeah, I'm gonna have that awkward conversation with him today. I'll speak with Mercedes and get the email off of them about, you know, what we need, things like that. They're going to do me a quote. Today we've got a Nissan Juke, I think, or is it a Qashqai? It's one of them. Anyway, it's got a Chinese radio in it, like one of these screen type versions that I'm not a fan of. But he wants a reverse camera put onto it. It's an unbranded one, so it's proper like who's who of the Chinese tech world, whatever they've made. I told him originally I didn't want to do the job. I don't want to touch those kind of units because they're just unknown. But he is going to sign a disclaimer to say that he waives, or we waive, all liability or responsibility. I'm not having anything to do with it. Should his car burn down tomorrow, we're doing a simple install and that's it. Fitting a reverse camera and having nothing more to do with that unit. In the afternoon we've got a Nissan Juke, which I think is having a fascia kit. I want to say reverse camera interface and a unit of some description, possibly a Sony. We have run out of Pioneers. The 160s have gone. So I'm back to stressing and sweating about work. We've got no product, no stock to sell, which is directly affecting my business. So we're off again to another problem. I was kind of hoping it was kind of sorting itself out. We've been told that some units are going to come into stock in the end of July, but it will be dribs and drabs, and unfortunately, because there's not a wide supply of different types and makes, everyone that's doing my kind of line of work then moves to one product, which means that one that's left disappears very, very quickly, which is a problem. So I'm a bit worried by business. You know, obviously I had a successful business and everything was going well. COVID struck and it's kind of knocked me for six. It's given me a personal or a business loan that I didn't want to stay afloat. And now I'm struggling to even make ends meet because of stock. We can't fit radios if we don't have the product. So it's a proper pain in the arse at the minute, and it's very stressful. So yeah, more than ever we need to kind of maximize the shares, the likes, the comments, get the YouTube money up, so at least I'm sort of making money somewhere else while we're waiting on stereos coming back into stock. But we need some breakfast. going to do bacon and a coffee, I think, this morning. Maybe a pint of vodka. No, don't do that. A pint of vodka for breakfast is very bad. But we are at 2075 on the subscribers, so we're going in the right direction, everyone. Thank you. If you've pressed that button, welcome to the channel. I know a few new people have come down and said hello in the comment section, that they're new. So welcome. You'll see from their responses that I do reply. I do say hello. So get your name down, come and say hello, join the fam. I'm gonna get breakfast and I will see you in a bit. Ta-da, everyone.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
The surgeon strikes. So, despite begging me to touch his Chinese crap this morning, then fails to show up for his 9 o'clock appointment, which is just magic. I never understand these people. So anyway, we're going to do chaser maintenance instead. We've got it up on the stands, on the extensions. I need to do oil, filter, sparks, all of the fun stuff. So we're going to get cracking on that. Come back to you in a bit.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life, I never miss that stack, taking big swings, hand me the bat, put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag, cause I sing what I mean and I bring it to the mad light, ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel, I took the red pill, I know life's short so I wanna live real, but how's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? They wanna say my name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't play no games, I just do that's fact. And I don't feel no shame, it's a mood you lack. I go crazy, nah, but I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on this shit daily. Pass me the jack, right as fuel, got me hazy. About to unpack all these things I've been chasing. I've got visions in my head, like memories after death. To be a legend instead of something you can forget. I'm living up every breath, I'd rather lead than be led. I'll fill the seats as I spread with every word that I've said. How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel?
Right everyone, you catch me running out the door. We're on the Segway. I've got to get over to South Marston, pick up the Merc. Speak to you in a bit. So we're about 10-15 minutes in on our way over to South Marston. Sorry, had an itch. So basically they've said there's a hose split on the back of the airbox, which is causing a boost leak and bringing on a sensor, and that's what's backing off the turbo. At first they thought it was the turbo, but now somebody with a bit more knowledge has basically said no, turbo seems okay, it's this hose. They can't order the hose quickly, it's got to come from Germany, so that'll be in next week. So I'm going to go and collect the car, take it. We'll come back next week, get it redone again. But for now, I'm just kind of meandering through the little cycle lanes, getting myself down to through the bollards. Sketchy. Get myself down to Rygles. James wants to go on the Segway, so we'll let him ride this, see if he falls off. See you in a bit. Right then everyone, so we got the van back. So I'm going to use it for the weekend. James has given me the thing back. We've definitely got a broken boost pipe. Now, whether that's just a boost pipe or whether we need the airbox side of things, he hasn't quite said, but we've basically got this thing for the weekend to kind of use it and abuse it and see if I can get this thing to bring back on its warning light, or sorry, not back on the warning light, but go back into its kind of little funny limp mode that it had. So far so good. It's driving as is. They've identified a problem, they've ordered the part, but it's coming from Germany and it's not going to be here till next week. So it gives me the weekend to use the van, see if I can bring on the same fault, and if it does, rather than resetting it with my diagnostic, I'm going to take the vehicle straight down to Mercedes, give James a call, get one of the guys to quickly scan the Mercedes with the STAR system, which is what Mercedes use, and get the data off the vehicle before it's kind of managed to reset itself, if you will, and go at it that way. So we'll get one bit changed anyway, so I'm going to contact Steve and let him know what's happened with the van so far, and then hopefully we can come back and fix whatever this issue is. If it is something as cheap and simple as a boost pipe, if it's a cheap fix, then happy days. If it's not, obviously I can go back to Steve and we can get whatever it is sorted, but we kind of got to do the boost pipe first, let me drive it and see if I can bring on the same fault over the weekend. The scary thing is if it has indeed got a boost leak, the sensor is obviously drawing back the power, retaining the power in order to preserve itself, because it notices something is wrong. So technically, if we fix the boost leak, the van's going to be even faster than it is, and it's already quick, like it's already silly. So that's going to be interesting if we make the van faster. But it's end of play for today. I'm running late, it's 7 o'clock already. I'm gonna nip home, have some tea, and then get this video cut for you lot. So I'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning. We've got a bit of a funny weekend. We've got lots of work booked, planned, and unfortunately Kicker were due a delivery today, so I've moved jobs in order to get my Kicker delivery for the weekend and be able to get the work completed. Something happened. Rob phoned me up and said that there was a problem with the Kicker delivery. I don't think the guy who was supposed to be dropping off the parts for the Kicker delivery dropped all of the stuff off, so there's loads of product that hasn't turned up, which means more of my work is going to get cancelled Saturday, more of my work is cancelled Monday, and possibly into next week. Oh dear everyone, eh? Never rains but it pours, does it? So I'll try and keep a smiley face, but I tell you what, I'm being beaten up. See you soon. Have a good evening everyone. Take care. Bye.